2008 action-adventure video game developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, released for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, Wii, Nintendo DS, Microsoft Windows, and Mac OS X. The game is based on the DC Comics character Batman, as well as the eponymous LEGO Batman toy line. The game is similar to earlier LEGO games developed by Traveller's Tales, such as LEGO Star Wars series and LEGO Indiana Jones. The original adventures, in that it is both a game based on a licensed property, and has environments, objects, and creatures made out of LEGO. However, LEGO Batman is the first to have an original story. The Mac OS X version of the game was released in April 2009 by Feral Interactive. The game received positive reviews, and spawned 2 sequels, LEGO Batman 2, DC Superheroes and LEGO Batman 3. Beyond Gotham, as well as a villains-only spin-off, LEGO DC Supervillains. So the gameplay is the core gameplay of LEGO Batman is similar to that of previous LEGO video games, such as LEGO Indiana Jones, the original adventures and the LEGO Star Wars series. The player controls any one of a wide assortment of characters from a third-person perspective, primarily fighting enemies, solving puzzles, and collecting LEGO stubs, the game's form of currency. Using attack combinations in combat will multiply the amount of studs earned. The game is set in Gotham City, with mainly realistic environments. Only interactive objects are made of LEGO bricks. Occasionally, players must assemble LEGO objects to proceed further in the level, cross obstacles, or unlock new suits. Players are able to fight on land, sea, and in the air, using a number of character-controlled vehicles, including the Batmobile, Batboat, and Batwing. New moves to the series first featured in LEGO Indiana Jones. The original adventures are featured in this game. New abilities introduced in this game include picking up and carrying enemies and walking on tightropes across buildings. Up to 2 players can play in cooperative mode, except in the PSP version, which does not feature this mode. There are 30 levels in the game, as well as 2 secret levels, which sees the player exploring miniature versions of the Wayne Manor and Arkham Asylum to collect studs. There are many different environments in the game, usually based upon the villain's crime styles, including an ice cream factory, a botanical garden, and the Gotham sewers. The game is divided into chapters, each containing 5 levels. Chapters are divided equally between heroes and villains, having 3 chapters each. Completing a hero chapter unlocks the corresponding chapter for the villains. As in previous LEGO video games, levels are unlocked for free-play mode once they are completed in story mode. Free play allows the player to replay any level they have completed, but with any characters they have unlocked so far. This permits access to special areas containing additional collectibles, where the player was unable to get to before. This is unlike story mode, in which the player may only switch between the 2 characters involved in that scene. The level hub for the heroes, similar to the Mos Eisley Cantina in LEGO Star Wars and Barnett College in LEGO Indiana Jones, is the Batcave, where the player can purchase additional characters and view unlockables. The corresponding hub for the villains is Arkham Asylum, where players can create their own character using parts from characters already unlocked, as well as a limited array of weapons. Individual characters are able to use many unique abilities related to their comic book powers and talents. For example, the Joker is able to attack enemies and activate machines with a hand buzzer, and the Penguin can glide with his umbrella. Hush can be unlocked after finding all 25 hostages in the villain and hero levels. Once the game reaches 100%, the Ra's al Ghul character can be purchased and used as a playable character, while Azrael, Huntress, Black Mask and Spoiler can be created in the character creator. Players are able to swap the costumes of each of the main heroes with many differing wands, each containing unique abilities and different color schemes. Batman starts in a classic gray suit, while he and Batgirl can wear the glide suit that lets Batman-Batgirl fly for a short time, the Sonic suit that can break glass, the Demolition suit that lets Batman-Batgirl set down bombs and detonate them, and the Heat Protection suit that lets Batman-Batgirl survive in extremely hot temperatures. Robin and Nightwing can wear the Technology suit that can activate tech panels, the Water suit that lets Robin-Nightwing go underwater, the Magnet suit that lets Robin-Nightwing climb up magnetic walls, and the Attract suit that can vacuum up loose LEGO pieces and turn them in for bonuses. Devices providing these suits must be built with Lego bricks during story mode, but when the player finds those suits, they will be linked to their corresponding characters in free-play mode. So, the Nintendo DS version was altered to accommodate the memory and size limitations of the DS as well as include touchscreen controls. Characters' special abilities, such as Batman's grappling hook and detonation capsules, and elements such as switches can be controlled by using the touchscreen, as well as switching characters. Some characters' special abilities, attack moves, and jump moves have been changed. For example, Batman can do double jumps in the DS version, but not in the console versions. Also, when Batman and Robin use a suit switcher pad, they cannot switch back to the previous suit. There are no cinematics, only slideshows featuring comic book-style panels. This version also features several more characters not available in the console versions and includes an exclusive unlockable minigame called Villain Hunt, which is used to unlock 10 of the extra characters: Killer Moth, Man-Bat, Hugo Strange, Mr. Sass, Black Mask, Firefly, the Ventriloquist and Scarface, Ra's al Ghul, Hush, and the Joker. Some other characters did not make it into the story levels, but can be unlocked in different ways than in the console versions. They include Talia al Ghul, Azrael, Huntress, and Killer Moth. So, a mobile phone version of the game was also released by Glue. However, it plays much more like a straightforward platformer with scrolling beat-em-up elements. Removing key gameplay features such as the ability to switch between characters with different abilities. The game is single-player only and players can only play as Batman. It was later released as Lego Batman, the mobile game by Gameloft in 2011. The plot of this game is notable for being the first Traveler's Tales Lego game to have an original plot. Unlike previous Traveler's Tales Lego video games, it is based more on the concept of a media franchise, rather than following the plot of a particular movie or other story from it. The game features Batman and Robin fighting crime and villainy in Gotham City. Batman's most dangerous foes have all escaped from Arkham Asylum and divided themselves into 3 groups of 5, each led by a well-known villain with plans to achieve a personal goal. The Riddler is after the city savings in the Gotham Gold Reserves. He is aided by Two-Face, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, and Poison Ivy. The Penguin plans to seize control of Gotham using his remote-controlled penguin robots. He is aided by Catwoman, Bane, Killer Croc, and Man-Bat. The Joker intends to blow up the cathedral with explosives and spread his deadly laughing gas across Gotham. He is aided by Harley Quinn, the Mad Hatter, Scarecrow, and Killer Moth. The game also features 2 distinct campaigns. A hero storyline, where Batman and Robin fight the villains one by one while attempting to thwart their schemes. And a villain storyline, where the player assumes the role of the villains as they attempt to carry out their plan while avoiding the GCPD. Both campaigns consist of 3 individual chapters, which can be played in any order. The hero levels often cross over with the villain levels to create a sense of continuity. To understand the complete story of a chapter, one must play both the hero and villain levels. For example, Bane is never encountered during the hero portion of the Penguin's chapter because he had already been captured by the GCPD in a villain level at the conclusion of the villain chapters. The chief villain and their top lieutenant successfully begin putting their plan into motion, while the rest of the group is captured. While the hero chapter conclusions have Batman and Robin thwarting their schemes and sending the villains back Arkham. The release and development of this game is an early build for the PlayStation 2 console was shown at certain conferences by TT Games Publishing's head of production Jonathan Smith. With a small playable area featuring the same HUD as LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. DC Comics had an input into the game, providing the developers with reference materials for the game's characters. During the 2009 holiday season, LEGO Batman and Pure were bundled with select Xbox 360 packages as a bonus, in a double-sided box. It also releases with the Batman movie DVD that was bundled as a Game Plus DVD combo pack along with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe and LEGO Harry Potter. Years 1-4, though material is taken from the comics, LEGO Batman is mainly inspired by Batman media, such as films and television series. The heaviest inspiration comes from the 1990s Burton Schumacher film series and the DCAU. The audio for the game's soundtrack is actually Danny Elfman's score from Tim Burton's 1989 Batman film. The Nintendo DS version of the game uses some music from Batman Returns. Characters as vocal effects were provided by Steve Bloom, James Arnold Taylor, Tom Kenny, as Riddler, Penguin, and the police officers, Fred Tatasciore, Gray Delisle, Dave Wittenberg, Augie Banks, Vanessa Marshall with Chris Edgerly and Keith Ferguson. Colette Sunderman's voice directs this game. The reception of this game was that this LEGO Batman game received generally favorable reviews from critics upon release. IGN gave the game a 7.7 for the Wii, PS2, PS3 and 360, and a 7.3 for PSP, stating that while the game has plenty of replay value, it also retains problematic elements from the previous games in the series and does not necessarily add anything new. The DS version received an 8.0 rating. Games Radar gave it an 8 out of 10, noting that Traveler's Tales was able to be more open with the license than previous games. In a review for PC Gamer, John Walker noted that the large number of locations in Gotham is a welcome improvement over LEGO Indiana Jones, the original adventures. Combat is styled in the manner of the 1960s Batman series, and the game includes clever puzzles. The drawbacks mentioned include the fixed viewing perspective and the frequent respawning of opponents. Iconic characters, such as Clayface and Robin, have been turned into village idiots, writes Ben of Game Informer, who nevertheless later adds, "This game is filled with cool playable characters: Nightwing, Harley Quinn, Joker, Killer Croc, Bane, Catwoman, and Man-Bat only scratch the surface of the game's catalog of great characters." The Nintendo DS version was nominated for Best Action Game of 2008 on the DS by IGN. As of August 2010, the game has sold over 7 million copies worldwide. As of January 2012, the game has sold over 11 million copies worldwide. The Russian magazine Igromania gave the game a mixed review, stating it's still good, but nowhere near as brilliant as LEGO Star Wars. Citing the lack of jokes about the Batman movies, the sequels for this game are LEGO Batman 2, DC Superheroes, and was announced by Warner Bros. To be in development by Traveler's Tales. Released in June 2012, the game's characters and models are inspired by the LEGO DC superhero sets. A third game, titled LEGO Batman 3, Beyond Gotham, was released in November 2014. A spin-off, LEGO DC Supervillains, was released in October 2018, around the time of the original game's 10th anniversary. So, that is the history of LEGO Batman the video game. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very fun making this, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And have a great day.